right now Mike Johnson is getting rolled in meeting after meeting after meeting. When he is talking to Jake Sullivan and Chuck Schumer every day and impressed with these Four Corners meetings, but he's not talking to me and other important members in our Republican conference at all about any of the negotiations and any of the plans and exactly what we want to see done. He's failing on the job.
Uh-oh. Marjorie Taylor Greene is upset at Mike Johnson again over speaking with the Senate Majority Leader and National Security Advisor instead of listening to important people like her. I think we've identified her problem. Johnson isn't making it all about what she wants.
But the biggest red flag for me, Steve, right now that has me livid is this deal with Ukraine. This is a losing war. It is a losing issue. The American people do not support it. Our border security is not a negotiating tool for the Ukraine war that the Pentagon loves and Joe Biden loves and the Democrats love, and that these rhino neocon Republicans and Nikki Haley is frothing at the mouth over because her donors support it. No. Mike Johnson should not be going in there with Chuck Schumer and saying, oh, yeah, we're going to make this deal where 5,000 illegal aliens, not migrants, cross the border every damn day so you can get $60 billion over to Zelensky, the most corrupt president in the world right now, because Ukraine is not the 51st state. Every day Mike Johnson gets closer and closer to this deal, brings me closer and closer to vacating the chair because I have absolutely had it.
After watching Matt Gaetz become the most powerful random member of the House last year, Greene must think that it's a good look to be the next Republican to prove that they care more about power and attention than legislating. I mean, she really likes to throw around the threat that she's going to run Mike Johnson out of the speakership.
In my meeting with him yesterday and many other members of Congress, I let Speaker Johnson know that in no way, shape, and form will I support any type of CR. We aren't continuing Nancy Pelosi's budget. And that if he moves forward with a separate deal trading our border security, weakening H.R. 2 in exchange for $60 billion to Ukraine, I told him yesterday in his office that I would vacate the chair, that is absolutely unacceptable. And we actually have the power of the purse. We're the ones that are in control, and we need to control the negotiations. I reiterated those same points this morning, so the ball is in his court.
If Representative Greene is ready to vacate the chair and make sure to let Speaker Johnson know about it in private meetings, the only reason for her to continue to run back to Steve Bannon's show and announce it is to get some publicity for it. So if you're going to do it, then just do it. Until then, we're left watching him explain the agreement that has Greene feeling unimportant.
After weeks of hard-fought negotiations, we achieved a strong top-line agreement that allows our Appropriations Committee and all those who work on this to complete the appropriations process. It's an important part of keeping the government running. The top-line agreement includes hard-won concessions to cut more billions, as you know, from the IRS giveaway and the COVID era slush funds. It replaces accounting gimmicks from the prior FRA agreement, and it brings Congress much closer to regular order, which is our big commitment here. In keeping with my commitment to bring members into the legislative process, I've spoken and received feedback this week from many members all across the Republican conference. That's a very important part of this. When I became Speaker, I committed to decentralizing the Speaker's office and making this a member-driven process. That's been part of this.
Sounds like Republicans got some things in these meetings that made Speaker Johnson comfortable. And despite Marjorie Taylor Greene's anger over this, it's clear that the Speaker agrees with everything Republicans want. But since she's not front and center and feeling important, she's ready to trigger some chaos. So with one speaker gone completely from Congress and the new one constantly being threatened with the same fate for just talking to Democrats, Marge is keeping the infighting alive, and her fellow Republicans definitely know it.
Getting back to votes, and we're not sure if a Republican-led set of bills that we want to pass this week will pass because there's a bit of a rebellion. Or I know, surprising, right? Another rebellion. This time over the budget, right? I know, another big surprise. Fundamentally, you've got people who believe in a political reality that just doesn't exist, right? And that political reality consists of a fantasy where we want a bunch more elections and have control of the Senate and the White House. In that reality, you can extract a lot more things from the other side, but we don't live in that reality. We live in a reality where we have, like this month, like a two-seat majority in just one chamber. So you're not going to get a whole lot. And so the rebellion is against the deal that our new speaker struck with Democrats over the weekend, which is the exact same deal, more or less, slightly better than what McCarthy struck last year. Again, because the political realities didn't change, the circumstances didn't change, and the same people who believe in a fantasy world of a different political reality also didn't change. So here we are.